All right. TM, we good to go? I hope so. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome in to the Amaretto Community Meeting. I'm so glad all of you guys are here today. This meeting happens the last Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. So you can just put an event in your Google Calendar and you'll get a little reminder. Oh, today's the last Tuesday. Ava and Amaretto and the team are going to be there to talk to us at 1 o'clock. So, I will try to get through all of this information as fast as I can. But like I said, this meeting happens every month. It's always the last Tuesday of the month. I'm very excited to see a bunch of white tags here. That means I don't know you. You're not on my friends list. So let me take some time out to welcome you guys. Let me see here. Chloe, Bianca, Anne, Nips, Crystal, Kent, Laura, Lily, Mark, Michael, um, Secret, Quiggles, and Odin. Maybe that's right. Welcome, you guys. We're so glad that you found your way here today. So once a month, we like to get together with the community and kind of just talk shop, tell you about new things that we have going on, things we're thinking about having going on, things we're gonna do, and also just hear from you guys what you guys want, what things you want to see, things that aren't going the right way that we need to take a look at. Um, I always say this every community meeting: the more feedback I get or that Amaretto gets, the better we can become, because we want to give you guys what you want. We want to make you guys happy customers. So, um, wow, we got a lot of stuff to go over, but we really love taking this time to meet with you guys to go over it all. So up here with me today, I will introduce everyone. My name is Avalon Crystal. I am the COO of Amaretto. Next in line, we have Miss Josie Wright. She is the owner of Amaretto. Next to Josie, we have Mr. TM Zos Luminos. He is one of our scripters. Next to TM, we have Ms. Chronic Stonage. She is one of our amazing designers. And next to Chronic, we have Mr. Penumbra Nova. He is one of our amazing designers as well. So glad that they took time out of what they were doing today to be here to talk with you guys. And basically, if we can't answer your question, I don't know who can. So you got the best of the best sitting up here. So the first thing I want to talk about is breeding challenges. There are so many breeding challenges going on right now that I felt I really wanted to dedicate some time to go over each one, and talk about them. So the July qualifiers were just announced. If you missed that announcement, it is any just horses for the qualifiers, right? It is a Diamond Dazzle saddle to a gem crown onyx horn, right? So that's the only thing, that's the only two traits that matter. I don't care if it's a Parisian, a Podic pony, a Marwari, a Shetland, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is that one parent has a diamond dazzle saddle, and the other parent has a gem crown onyx horn. So that's certainly exciting stuff, right? Lemmy is excited. The second breeding challenge I want to talk about is I'm calling it the juicy fruit challenge, right? Anytime you breed together two juicy fruit loony legs, you could get does anybody know? Anybody know? A juicy fruit aura. That's right. And that is on the wiki if you want to check that out. The next challenge that I have up is the rubber duck challenge. If you don't know about this one, it is ongoing still. Anytime you breed two rubber ducks together, you have a chance to get a sunlit harlequin. That duck is gorgeous. Then we have pony challenges. There's actually there's three pony challenges, right? So one is breed two ponies with a chronic bandana together. That could give you, I think that one's already been seen, a chronic blanket. Then the second breeding challenge for ponies is breed together a Carolina wing with the punch wing. And the third is to breed together 2 blood face markings, bloody face markings. So those are still ongoing. Then we have 2 different PFAL challenges. Anytime you breed an ochre eye to a viridescent eye, you could get a surprise. Does anybody know what those are? Anybody? Yeah, you could get a splatter eye. The second PFAL challenge is anytime you breed an Indian PFAL or a midnight PFAL, you have a chance to get a Java Kelly. That one is still ongoing too, and that Java Kelly um, breed is just gorgeous. We do have canine challenges as well, right? So there's a couple different tag challenges with the canines. Tag paw cherry to tag paw lemon, tag bone cherry to tag bone lemon, tag flower cherry to tag flower lemon lime, tag heart berry to tag heart grape, and tag starberry to tag star lemon. So, unless I left one out, which could happen, that is 6 different breeding challenges that we have going on. Now, a lot of people are concerned that when the horses were going to be the only ones to be a monthly qualifier, they thought the other animals were going to not have something to breed for. I feel like you guys have more stuff to breed for, right? The monthly eye for the month of June, does anybody know what eye that is? Those are ongoing. All elementals for any animals. That's horses, canines, birds, and ponies. Okay. And I didn't list those because those are ongoing. Mandarin, that is right. It is the Mandarin eye. Take a look at this eye if you haven't already. If you haven't already, it is, I think it's gorgeous. Since our last meeting, we also had the Rockstar LEs. I kind of want to get some feedback from you guys, what you thought about those. Did we love the Rockstar LEs or not really your cup of tea? All right, so from breeding those Rockstar LEs, there are 2 new horse face markings, Rock On and Rock Out. If you haven't seen those yet, they are posted on the wiki, so take a look at those. And I want to talk too about June's qualified breeding, right? It was breeding 2 Sunset Retro Mega Crystal Wings. They could give you a brand new Sunset Bridle. And a breeding 2 cassette ultraviolet Mega Crystal Wings could give you a brand new ultraviolet bridle. Has everybody seen those bridles? Okay, so those are listed on the wiki. Here is the Sunset, and here is the ultraviolet. So there should be no reason why nobody's seen them. So that is all the breeding challenges that we currently have going on right now. I do want to mention real quick the ARU. If you have not graduated from the ARU or have not been through all the classes, please consider going to some of those classes, guys. They're super easy to go to. You go to ones that you can. If you miss the next 15, it's fine. And those classes are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. and again at 5 p.m. and then on Saturday at 11. I don't care if it takes you 4 years to get through all the classes. Like I said, go at your own pace, jump in when you can, but consider going to some of those because there's really a lot to learn about your breedable. How do you know which classes you have left? That's a great question. So at the classroom, there's a terminal where you can sign up for the ARU website. It's totally free. So once you go through the steps of signing up, you will be able to see all your classes listed, which ones you have taken and which ones you still need. So you can log into that system once you're signed up and know, hey, I need this class, or I've already taken this. I don't need to sit through this one again. So super simple. You don't have to keep up with note cards or anything like that. That's why the teachers collect them at the end. They turn them into Amaretto. We keep a running list of what classes you have taken. So please consider all those ARU teachers, all the ladies over there, super helpful. And you might even meet some new breeders if you're newer to the Amaretto community and you haven't really found where you fit. That's a great place to meet some breeders and some knowledgeable people. I do want to say this too, because I've had a couple of you guys ask me. I can confirm that there is still things hiding in all of the birds from the update. So chickens, ducks, and peafowls, there are still things that have not been found. So you guys got to keep on breeding, right? Which I think is really cool that it didn't just all come out at once and now we're done. And no, you guys waited a long time for this update, and there's a lot of stuff for you guys to find. The next thing I want to talk about is there is a new official market and auction list listed on our website. It is at this link right here. If you are following the official guidelines and want to be official, please contact me after the community meeting so we can kind of get together and see about getting your name on that list, right? The next thing I wanted to discuss was the web market. How many of you guys are using the web market since it's been released? Okay, so a couple of you guys are using it. I did make a video on YouTube step by step how to put your breedable on the web market, how to sign up for the web market. So if you've been having some problems with that, please watch that video. Here's some tips and tricks that I want to tell you about the posting your animal on the web market, which by the way, it's horses, canines, ponies, chickens, ducks, and peafowls. Okay, all six. That each time that you want to add an animal to the web market, you have to res out a new market tag. I did encounter a couple of people that were saying, man, I res out the tag and it just disappears. Here's the deal, guys. If you res out a tag and you pick it up, when you go to res it out, the next time it's going to disappear. So then you're going to have a copy in your inventory, and every time you res it out, it's going to disappear. So if that's an issue that you're encountering, please just delete all the tags you have in your inventory and go to the store and pick up another tag. I'd like to get some more feedback on the web market. What do you guys think? What do you guys like about it? Anybody have anything they want to say about the web market? How many of you guys, when I said, you know, you can search for certain traits, how many of you guys have used it to search? Maybe you haven't listed an animal on there, but you've definitely used it to search and go try to find a trait that you wanted. All right, so most of you guys, you did it just today. And Yogi, were you able to find what you wanted? Okay, cool. So the other thing too, if your tag is disappearing, there's a couple of reasons why that's going to happen. If I have a horse or a bundle set to a tag and it's say over at Nest Egg in my rental, if somebody comes along and buys that horse, that tag is automatically going to poof. If I pick up that horse and put it in my inventory, and the tag looks for the horse and it's not there, it's going to poof. So this is a way that you know for sure the things that are on the web market are resed out in world. They are right there with the web market tag. There is a reporting feature. Has any of you guys used the reporting feature on the web market? So say I look up and I find Lamia has the turquoise dazzle horse that I've been dying to buy. And I go there and it says on the web market that it is a direct sale, and I go over there and it's not set for sale. I can report it. So I check those reports every day. If I feel that the report is valid, I remove the listing from the marketplace. Okay. So there's a couple reasons why your listing might disappear. So just make sure that if it's on a bid board, you select the bid board option. If it's direct sale, select that option. And that's super simple stuff how to do. And the video, like I said, on Facebook, on YouTube, walks you through all of that. It also walks you through how to link your account. So, um, if your account is not linked, if you're not signed up on the Amaretto website, you're missing out on so much. You're missing out on the lineage. You're missing out on the web market. There's a lot, all the forums. So please get signed up on the Amaretto website. The next thing on my list is the Designer Derby. Designer's Choice, first event of our Design Derby. That is, the participants have been announced, guys. They have until July 30th to set up. If you need a tag, you're not able to sign up for what? The website? I thought you were already on the website, Jed. You're gonna, if you have problems with that, contact me after the community meeting. All right, so here is the link to the Designer Derby. This is going to be a whole set of events that I do. And then not only can you win an event, but I'm hoping there will be an overall winner of the Designer Derby. So the the participants were listed. All you got to do is if you signed up, go to that link, find out what number you are, go to the spot in world and get your setup going. If you do not have the tag to res, please message me and I will get that to you. All right. The next thing on my list that I want to talk about for a minute is a breeding combo contest. We currently do not have a breeding combo contest. Do we want to do one? Okay. What do we want to do? I was thinking that July, since it is July, well, coming into July, that Halloween might be a good one. So I was thinking maybe we should just do a Halloweenies event. What do you guys think of that? That will give you all of July, all of August, all of September, and then we'll go to like, I don't know, October 17th or something. How do you guys feel about that? Somebody's mic is on. If you guys could please check your mics. Edit. Lost. If you could please mute your mic. Thank you. All right. Um, I think it's a reasonable amount of time. So let's say we're gonna do Halloweenies. And let's decide our rules. How many Halloween traits do you think your horse should have? Or let's not just do horses. Let's open it up to any, right? So 3, 4, 10. What do you guys think? Seven Halloween traits or 7 traits altogether? Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So what we usually do for the combo contest is we say, okay, your horse has to have 10 traits. and 3 of those traits have to be Halloween, and we can even throw a twist and say they have to be on a Shetland model or a Clydesdale model or a mini. Yeah, why don't we do mini horses? Let's do a mini Halloweenies where we'll say 8 traits, at least 2 Halloween traits, and all on a miniature horse. What do you guys think? So we got 8 traits, at least 2 Halloween traits, and has to be mini. Okay. So, well, our Halloween, and we're going to say has to be born between, we'll say tomorrow and we'll go to October 17th. Sound good? So for we can, yeah, I think we can definitely open it up to all. Um, max traits on a canine is 19. That's a lot. So we'll say a horse has to have 8 traits. We'll say a canine has to have 6 traits. 5? I think you guys can do 6 easy. Coat, eye, ear, size, call. I mean, you're gonna have to have a coat, an eye, and a collar no matter what. So that's 3 right there. All you got to do is make sure they're non-starter. I don't think it would be too hard to do 6. Birds, let's say 4 traits to Halloween. And pony, let's say we'll do 4 traits to Halloween. Sound good? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna post this to you guys. That's what I'm thinking. Born between 625 and October 7th. Horse 8 traits. Has to be a mini horse. Canine 6 traits. Birds 4 traits. Pony 4 traits. And 2 of the traits have to be Halloween traits. I'm not going to go through and list 50 Halloween traits so you have a working list. I think that you guys are all smart enough to know what is a Halloween trait and what is not. And if you're concerned or you're on the fence about whether your trait is a Halloween trait, please feel free to message me and I will let you know before you work on months of breeding. All right. Peacock is not included. So you could do chicken or duck. That's right. We can't do a Halloweenies with no Halloween traits, right? All right. So, I would assume the next combo contest that we do after this would include the PFALs. Um, do we want to do a Christmas in July bundle hunt? Okay. So I will get that together. Something else I had an idea about, I wanted to ask you guys how you felt about it, is would you guys be interested yourself as a content creator or knowing someone who creates content in Second Life? Would we like to do an Amaretto third party market expo? where people like Benny, who makes his sensors, and people who make feeders or pods or something like that could all come to an expo market event and they could be selling their things. Would you guys like that? So, I mean, it would have to be geared toward breedables or amaretto in some way. Okay. I think that'd be a pretty cool idea.
Could we extend it to like themed things around ranch life as well?
Yeah, we can talk about that when we get ready for the expo.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
idea.
so you guys would like that. All right. I am also asking everyone who finds something missing from the wiki or a typo on the wiki, please to let me know. If I'm not online, send me a note card. I have been known to give a thank you reward, so it might benefit you. But if you know that something's missing or see something that is not right, please let me know. Like I said, either via IM or note card. There's a lot of wikis that I maintain, so it's a lot of information, and I have been working really hard to keep it updated. Like already, all the new traits from the last LE or last month's breeding are on the wiki. So, like I said, if you see something missing, please let me know. Now I am going to open up the floor so we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about, and the whole staff is going to help me answer your questions and chime in the discussion. So if you're having a problem, you have a complaint, maybe you have a praise, maybe something went right, maybe you got the horse of your dreams in the past month. So yeah, let's go ahead and open up the floor so you guys can tell us what's going on with you guys.
Okay, Mimi here, if I can. I first of all, I want to praise all the hard work that you have been doing. Come on, the wiki is impeccable, at least for my taste. um, there's one thing that I do it as a suggestion. I love the lineages. Love, love, love. It helps us a lot to explain stuff to especially new breeders. Helps them immensely because they can see what can do what. My question is, in the future, will it be possible not to, you don't have to show all the babies, but at least like IDs or some way we can search even on our database what got what.
What do you mean what got what?
Okay, so I have a pair that has been breed. I have a female, right? Or I have a male. If I click a peacock, for instance, it's a male. If I click a peacock and I click what is your last nest, it's going to tell me I don't have a nest. I don't put the nest, which is totally fine, right? But if I want to show people how well this one has been behaving already, I don't have a way of showing that. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't list the babies. Is that something that you guys have thought for the future, or just what goes up and not what goes down?
Okay, so here is the conundrum in that. If we have the lineage work downwards, right? Um, say I get your bird GUID, I can put it in there and now I can see everything you've had. People didn't like that idea. So then if we lock it to if you own the bird, maybe then you can see its downline, right? Um, then that's not going to do what you are saying, Mammy. You're not going to be able to show other people the downline because you're only going to be able to see the downline if you own the animal.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind
Because
of yeah. I think that maybe I know that's an issue, right? I've had this horse for 72 days and I feel like it's only giving me girls, but I'm not really sure and I'd really like to just be able to click a button and see how many girls it's actually giving me, how many boys, how many bundles has it had? What did it give me? Did it have a new trait? So I think that we're open to some ideas on how to give that to you guys. We're not opposed. So if that's the reason why it didn't start out with the down history, right?
Okay. The reason I explained this is I'm talking as an auctioneer, not a breeder right
Sure,
now.
sure.
Okay. As an auctioneer, and I do other breedables for many years, as you guys know. And one of the ways of making people more interested in the breedable is showing them what can be the result. So you put this with this, you have the chance of getting that. When they see that result happening, or they already are trying for using, we keep explaining to them that OSs are amazing and DOSs are amazing. But then there's the ones that always say, okay, but they never work for me. And sometimes showing that to people, it makes such a big difference and it helps a lot the market. So that's the reason why I was asking that as an auctioneer. But even if the market on direct sales, that helps a lot too. That's the reason why I was saying.
Oh, I totally understand what you're saying when I can say, "Hey, look, you wanna buy this horse because look what it's already given me." Or you wanna buy, look at the background and things like that. So that's why I say I know that it could be utilized as a tool, but we have to be really careful that we're still maintaining people's privacy. Because there are people who breed secret projects. There are people who breed things that they don't want other people to see. And so we have to maintain that integrity as well. So maybe you're okay with it being only for you because you can make a note card. Yeah. Um, maybe take off the UUIDs. I guess that's a possibility. You're sneaky like that. The avatar UUID. Yeah, could be, could be. Yeah, so
Yeah, we don't need the avatar UUID at all. That is not what we do. We don't tell people this one has this or that one has that. We just tell people how that whatever we are trying to sell, right? How amazing has been done. And for that, we only need the traits, nothing else.
right. So, yeah, let me put that suggestion on the list and maybe we can kick around some ideas that can do do something like that. Share it with screenshots. Yeah. Sure, Neil. Of course. He's going to say you have a DOS that's never passed it and you're trying to sell it. You don't want people to be able to check it and be like, this guy's had 7 bundles and haven't passed it.
More of a reason to think that the next one are the ones that are going to drop because sometimes they only do it on the last babies. Haha.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know that Neil's gonna say that. Just because a pair dropped something once, that could have been only time in 13 breedings, because so you could be misselling. Um, well, depending on what the trait was and how it passed and how it came in. I mean, if it was a random drop, then well, doesn't really
There you
matter.
go.
However, if it's a DOS of something in the parents, if it passes it once, it's hiding. So uh, nothing is ever really promised that's true. So I will write that down and maybe we can kind of think about it and talk about it and see. Yeah, definitely not opposed. Thank you, Mammy. All right. Who else has something?
I have something real quick.
Sure.
I have dropped the extraordinary demon. I have achieved the goal after 2 years.
I have to tell this story because if you don't know Reese, you might not know this story, but I think Reese has been coming on to a Friday night auction that I go to. and buying every albino that was ever put up on a panel for probably like 2 years now. How many albinos did you say you had totally, Reese?
323.
So 323 albinos she's been through breeding to get an extraordinary horse, and she finally got it. So uh, I'm certainly excited for Reese. That those horses are so rare. I think that I only know of, just public knowledge, I only know of like 4, right? I know Chloe had gotten one, I know Lamia had gotten one, I know Rachel had gotten one, and I know Reese got one. So, bull. So, yeah, she's now selling 331 of them. So we're so glad that you got that horse, Reese. I was ready for you to get the horse. Um, who else has something? And guys, don't be afraid if you want to get on voice, if you want to type it. Like I said, complaints, suggestions, praises, problems. We want to hear all about them. The more feedback you give us, the better we can be. For the previous suggestion, maybe link the look back range. For instance, it's only like the last 4 drops. Yeah, I think that's a great idea too. Can we fast forward to July 1st? What happens on July 1st? Is there a chance to up the chances of getting a charmed? When you mean up the chances, you mean make it harder? No. You mean make it easier? Well, here's the thing is that with a charmed horse, the reason why they are hard to get and the reason why they stay hard to get is because if we gave it to everyone, then it wouldn't be as rare. And then you wouldn't be half as excited when you got it because it would be more common. There are things you can do to increase your chances to get a charmed horse, like breeding haven horses, breeding a charmed either to a horse, a haven horse or another charmed, right? Um, so there are things you can do to increase your odds, but no, I do not think we're going to change how the charmed horses work. You're welcome. Would it be possible to get a stall tag for the web market that supports multiple listings? You'd love to list more, but one prim listings add up quickly. Yeah, we discussed this when we were designing this. Should we make them have the tag out? Do they need a new tag? And our thinking behind this is so that um, it doesn't just become a placeholder for every bundle that's in everybody's inventory, right? So this was a way that we know that you guys have it rezzed out, that it's going to be current. If the sim goes down, it doesn't, or you leave Second Life, it doesn't just sit there and hang and be there forever, right? So it really keeps the refresh rate, which is what we want. We want new things on there. We want exciting things on there. We don't want somebody to list the 3,000 bundles that they have in their inventory just because they hope to make a sale, right? Um, that is something that we may do in the future is maybe have some theme tags or some smaller tags. Absolutely, I could see that. I always have a few Haven horse. Okay, limited edition horses would add something to that. What do you mean by that, Jed? Is there charmed dragons? There is no charmed dragons. Dragons have other special things, though. I just want to say you all work and play in the same park. We should be building each other up, not tearing each other down. I agree, Wildfire. To prevent folks from flooding the market with junk to, if it's res, they are paying for it with the prims. Yeah. Yeah, maybe like a resizer script even in the tag would do what you want.
horses?
Nope, I do not have a release date. I do not even have a model that I can show you guys in World, and I'm going to be completely transparent with that. The moment that we do have our model complete and in World, you guys are going to be able to see it, I assure you.
Okay, because I'm very excited for it.
Me too. Maybe 10 of particular charmed, then move to the next design. Um, that's unfair, is then you wouldn't be able to pick. Just knowing how rare helps hold the value long term. You mean where you're watching Umbra work on the model, Liv? Yeah, we're not opposed to that. I don't think Umbra's opposed to that. We just need to schedule a time when he is working on it that
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys.
not opposed. It's just we've got a lot of really cool things coming up pretty soon. We're cooking right now. You'll just have to wait and see what those are. Yeah, once we're through that, I can definitely talk to the team about excuse me, scheduling another stream because it was really fun hanging out with you all.
Yeah, so we can definitely. It is amazing to watch. He's so talented to take shapes and make it look like this amazing mesh horse with hoofs and eyes and just everything. Yeah, definitely
It
not
was
something I
interesting
could
to
do.
see how much he studies them also before he goes in and makes it. He was saying how he was reading books and stuff.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to, and maybe this is not the right verbiage, but making something look atomically correct, you can see that in the PFALs. You can see that in the duck. You can see that in anything that he has sculpted and done. That he's paid a lot of attention to how it is in real life,
Just
and then
watching him do that hoof, it was like he spent like 20, 30 minutes just on fine little lines on it.
yeah, it's amazing stuff there. I agree. I agree. Let me write that down so I don't forget that. Okay. Anything else, guys? Please feel free to speak up. I know that there's lots of new people here, and I have a question for you. How did you find Amaretto? A couple of you guys are actually new. Would there ever be a way to bring out statistics on the web to show percentages of a breed that are on the grid? Uh, I'm sure there is a way. That's something that we've never done, and I don't foresee us doing in the immediate future. Just because I don't, how can I say this? If I tell you that there are 526,000 White Walkers on the grid, does that make a difference? It would be a lot of work. It would. What only makes a difference is you guys want to know if you're the first to get a new trait. And we don't want those kind of bickers and things to go on like that. No, I was the first. No, I was the first, but there's only two. But I have one, and you have. There's just some things that are proprietary secrets, right? I'm new to ducks. Is there any way we don't need SL water? You don't have to have water for ducks if you don't want to. If you want your ducks to swim in the water, I think it does have to be linden water. You used to do the horses, got you back into this, and you're relearning. You truly love them, and now you have ducks too. Very nice. I'm sorry for having to leave early, but really, thank you for coming, Mammy. Yeah, ducks swim in linden water. All right, Anna, be safe. Before people start trickling out, I mean, did everybody get their question answered that they might have? Josie, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Uh, what is that thing that you like to go shopping for? I always forget.
You mean the things that they brought back now? Those things?
Yeah, those
Just
things. Those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are super fun.
yeah, they are.
You you like? Do you guys like those? You guys don't like those.
Gotchas are amazing.
Um, I haven't seen any gotchas, but gotchas have been allowed back in Second Life. Second Life has done a whole bunch of write-ups on what's allowed, what's not allowed, why they did it, why they're back. Uh, I don't know why they left or why they're back now, but apparently they are allowed. And Josie said she really likes them. I don't know. Maybe you want to go gotcha shopping with Josie sometime. I
Yeah.
don't. No, that's that. I don't have any big major announcements like that. Will it ever be possible for donkeys to breed to give baby donkeys, as in real life? Um, like you breed a donkey to a donkey and get another donkey instead of a horse? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's possible.
Just want you to know now I got that donkey song stuck in my head.
You want new mini coats and pastel colors? You never know. Yep. Yeah, so as Umbra was saying, he said earlier, um, we got some stuff cooking that you guys are gonna have your hands on pretty soon. That is, it's gonna be super exciting. So please, 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 if you're not paying attention to in-world notices, check our website. You know, like us on Facebook. Um, because if something new comes out, you'll be one of the first people to know, right? I don't know, Kelly. Maybe.
I
You
always
never
get
know.
that answer, Kelly. She always says, "You never know. Have to wait and see."
The new SL phone app is good for messages. Oh, like you leave SL on your phone when you're not at home? I haven't really played around with that too much. You like it though? I have no announcement on a summer auction, Miss Chloe. You like it? It's good. I agree, John. That would be pretty epic. No, it was not a solid no. Will there be a Halloween auction? Will there be Christmas LEs? Oh, you guys. No, but seriously, I appreciate all you guys coming down here and talking with us. If you're new, welcome to Amaretto. I hope that you have enjoyed your experience up to this point during the summer. And I will get the rules for the Halloweenies contest up. But let me paste these to you guys one more time, just so that if you want to share it with friends or save it to a note card, you have it. And that's what we're going to go with. All right. So thank you to Josie, TM, Chronic, and Umbra for being here with me today. Probably not, Neil. Probably not. All right. So everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you again, guys.